Really cool news. Christoph Waltz has told Collider News that, or Collider.com, that he is interested in, not just interested, he wants an Alita sequel. And I think that's pretty cool. That makes not just him, but Ed Screen and, I almost called him Hugo, Ken Johnson and Rosa Salazar, all people who have said that they want the sequel, right? So you basically have everybody who was in the first movie, or at least the main characters in the first movie, all saying that they want a sequel. And I think also we could take John Landau's words to us when he tells us to continue peppering Disney. I think that is him showing interest as well. Basically, what we have is the co-producer and everyone else all saying that they want a sequel. And I guess the only person that we haven't heard from yet is Jim Cameron, and I really want to hear from Jim Cameron. Everybody else, though, they're on board. They want a sequel, and so I'll just read a little bit from this, and I'll leave I'll leave a link so you can go read the rest of it yourself. I actually do want you to give them a click for this. Anytime, basically, Alita gets some good publicity from a big media website or whatever. Give them some clicks, reward them for that, because Alita needs the exposure. So, and right now, if they need some news too, so if we give them more reasons to make Alita content, they'll do it, right? And so we give them clicks for it, and so it's a cycle that kind of continues. All right, so this was written by Perry Nemiroff, and I don't know how many of you know her from the when Collider did the live streams, or when they did the Collider show. What was it called? The Movie Talk or something like that. And I was glad to see her name on this because I don't know. She is one of those people who I was kind of thinking, I wonder what they thought about Alita, right? I was always kind of wondering, like, what did they think about Alita? Did they like it? And so I'm happy to see her name on this, and I'm happy to see what she says. Starting here at the top, she says, whether Alita Battle Angel worked for you or not, there's no denying that the February 2019 release sparked quite the response. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this already. Of course, the property already had a significant fan base thanks to the manga source material, but the movie seemed to take it to another level. The kind of level where a fan group raises over 1,800 to fly a banner over the Academy Awards red carpet to try to persuade Disney to make a sequel. Given the ambitious visuals, Alita Battle Angel cost a pretty penny to make with a reported production budget of $170 million. Now, we know some of those details. And let's go down to this part. She says, as someone who admittedly had little confidence in the movie after screening preview footage at San Diego Comic-Con 2018 and at New York Comic-Con 2018, I didn't prioritize Alita Battle Angel when it finally got its nationwide release. Now, having seen it multiple times, I'm kicking myself because I wish I had been part of those early ticket sales that often have a great sway over a studio's decision to greenlight a sequel. And this is kind of what we hear people say sometimes, where they wish they had seen it earlier, or wish they had seen it in theaters and things like that. A lot of people are going to feel that way. And we need people to watch the movie so that more people will realize, oh, I wish I had seen it in theaters. I wish I had been there. And hopefully they'll do like Perry is doing here and essentially joining us in asking for a sequel. So she goes on to say, just in case you haven't given Alita Battle Angel a go yourself, the movie is now available to stream via HBO Go and Now, and it's available to purchase on digital and video on demand. If you ask me, that's just her way of saying watch Alita. They have to, in the media, they have to kind of be on your side without really showing that they're on your side. But I think this is just her way of also saying, I'm joining the push for a sequel here. Now, she goes on to say after that, the movie features yet another A-plus performance from Rosa Salazar. Seriously, she always delivers. As the title character, Alita is a cyborg who's reassembled by Christoph Waltz's Dr. Ito, or Dr. Dyson Ito. Having awoken with no memory of where she came from, the movie follows Alita as she learns to live a new life in Iron City while also trying to figure out how exactly she acquired such unique fighting abilities. Okay, I'm going to go down to this next line here. While chatting with Waltz about his new Quibi movie in chapters, Most Dangerous Game, I just had to get his take on Alita's passionate fan base and whether or not he's interested in being part of another film. Of course I would. This is Christoph Waltz speaking. But you know, I'm as wise as you are. I haven't heard anything, and I'm a little disappointed and surprised that I haven't heard anything so far, because I know that it has followers. I know that people liked it, and aside from what others said, I loved it, and I liked working on it, and I liked the result. You know, it was Fox, and Fox doesn't exist anymore. Now it's Disney. Maybe it doesn't fit into the Disneyfication, but I have no clue. Maybe they're working on something, and I wouldn't be the first person to hear. But meanwhile, I haven't heard anything. It's cool to know that Christoph Waltz is aware of what we're doing, and I doubt that anybody would be unaware at this point, especially after the banner flew over the Oscars. Regardless of what those haters say on Twitter and on the internet, when they try to make it seem like we failed, like because there was a canopy over the red carpet, celebrities didn't see it or whatever, and it was a failure, blah blah blah, whatever. We reached the people that we wanted to reach with that. We weren't really aiming for the celebrities on the red carpet, right? We got the attention and the media focus, and we got the acknowledgement from John Landau, from Rosa Salazar, from a bunch of other people. Everybody pretty much knows that happened now. And I'm sure some celebrities walked out of there and maybe the next day, whatever, was reading about the Oscars and was like, what? A banner flew over the red carpet, you know? So they would find out eventually anyway. And that was cool of us to be able to make Alita part of the Oscars, even though they snubbed her, ridiculously snubbed her, when she should have been up for a VFX award and whatever. Let's go on reading here. Clearly this isn't a confirmation that the folks in charge are moving forward with another film, but for what it's worth, Waltz is aware of the film's dedicated fan base and shares the desire for more Alita. Of course, there are a number of challenges that could stop this from happening, namely the production costs and the studio switch. But if continuing to talk about the movie helps keep the hope alive and raise awareness for the first film, I'm thrilled to be a small part of that push. It's not so veiled right there. She's pretty much out in the open, saying basically in some way, shape, or form, hey, I'm a leader army. I'm being low key about it, but I'm with you guys. So that's cool. We got to be positive though. We can't be on Twitter or YouTube or even Facebook or wherever else and being a-holes to people though. We got to be positive, because if we start acting like jerks, right, people are going to disassociate themselves from us, and we're going to lose the connections that we're making, and we're going to lose the power that we're gaining. So try as much as possible to be positive out there, and if you can't handle an interaction with somebody without resorting to personal attacks or things like that, then just drop out of it. Mute the person, block them, and leave the conversation. And I think that's pretty much it for this. I'll leave the link. Please give them a click. Reward Collider for this, because this helps us a lot. And hopefully, John Landau sees this and comments on it. And eventually, maybe Jim Cameron to come out of the hole that he's hiding in and say something as well. Hopefully. So thank you all for listening, and I'll talk to you later.